on sustainable projects.
You are listening to Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
In answer to his question about the subjects,
there are more questions than answers.
Radio Cayman, talk today.
Oh, what a compliment. For that, I thank you.
What is happening now? There are hopeless and hungry.
Now it's time for us to stand up for God or we'll fall to nothing.
It's time now for Radio Cayman's Talk Today. If you're ready to talk, we're willing to listen.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Listening to the general public, what the public is saying.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday and welcome to Talk Today. I'm Kathy Miller. I'm filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today, and then you're going to have Raymond sing with you for the rest of the week. And on Talk Today this week, I'm going to give the big news right now. Every single show that we have this week, we're giving out some really big prizes, starting with today. We have gift certificates. It's going from gas to utilities to phones. And you got to listen to Talk Today because I will be posing a question at some point during the show, which I need people to do a little bit of research on before they can call us back with their answers. So if you want to win one of these big prizes, this is us getting in the spirit of Christmas. Definitely listen to Talk Today all week, the entire duration of the show. From 12:15 to 1 p.m. today, we're welcoming from Cayman Enterprise City. We're going to be discussing from Enterprise Cayman, really, the internship program. And then from 1 p.m., we have Open Line. There's a whole bunch of different topics happening in Cayman right now for us to discuss. So I really do hope you'll join us on Open Line from 1 p.m. And we're going to go to a quick disclaimer, and then we'll be back with Cayman Enterprise City and Enterprise Cayman.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And now, Barbados. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today, the Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program. We ask our listeners to avoid statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use any indecent language or make any statement which is false or misleading. Email talktoday@candw.ky or call 1-800-534-8255.
Courtesy of Live Communication.
Let your voice be heard.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today. And on this segment of the show, we are discussing the Enterprise City, or Enterprise Cayman, internship program. And in studio with me this afternoon from Cayman Enterprise City, I have Caitlin Elphinstone, Chief Marketing Officer, and I have Alyssa Manderson. She's the Enterprise Cayman Program and Events Coordinator. And we also are joined by Kaylin Johnson, who participated in the Enterprise Cayman internship program this past summer. So good afternoon, ladies. Welcome to the Talk Today studios.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
No problem. How's everybody doing today? Are we in the Christmas spirit? Are we ready for the break?
Yes, definitely ready for the break.
Excellent. All right. Now, ladies, we're going to get right into it. Since we're talking about internship, right before we started the show, I was asking Caitlin, is this something that you did previously? Because I feel like internships are getting more and more popular, at least over the past decade. But for me, I'm going to age myself when I say it, but over 20-something years ago, when I graduated high school, it wasn't really a thing, especially going into college. It was there, not really, but I would say it's definitely grown in popularity, and it's something almost you're expected to do now. So, and in that kind of sense, I guess, tell us first, Alyssa, I'll start with you.
Sure.
tell us first what's new at Enterprise Cayman. What's going on?
Oh, well, we're currently in the wrap-up stages, I would say, for 2023 and prepping for 2024. Now that a lot of the applications have opened for various programs for next year. We've had a great, successful year in terms of programming and all the events, and just getting everything ready for next year to kick off. Yeah.
All right. Was there a peak highlight event for you for the year?
I would say, well, I started with CEC in January, so my peak event is definitely the business design competition. But I really enjoyed the internship program this summer, getting to know everybody, building those connections, and, you know, making those relationships with the CEC companies as well.
You started, I swear you started before, like the year before.
I know, it feels like it's been a long time, but just
time has
January,
changed.
Yeah.
The me being able to grasp time since pandemic has
I know.
completely changed. And I was also saying, I remember when you first started with Enterprise City, and you would first come to the interviews, you'd be kind of in the hallway hanging, observing, and slowly being roped into the room, and now you're doing the interviews.
Here we are.
I love that kind of leadership, Caitlin. I think that's awesome. And it's a great way to really bring people into media and not have them kind of in the background and shy, because a lot in marketing, we do a lot of the stuff in the background, right?
It's definitely, it's a great experience, and it's good to be able to explain things, and it kind of makes things more concrete when you're talking about it publicly. So it's awesome.
It is. And it's good to have a face to the name so we know who's behind things and who we can go to if we have, additional questions, or we might see you on the road somewhere and say, hold on, I heard about you or heard about this topic you were discussing, if you can give me more info. So I'm glad to have you out with us more, Alyssa, and on Talk Today, on Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. The Enterprise Cayman internship, how many placements are available for this?
So we aim to place 20 to 25 interns throughout the summer. Well, throughout the year, I would say we are very flexible in terms of the dates and whether, you can only do 2 or 3 times a week. It's as flexible as you need it to be, but we do aim to have 3-month placements for each intern.
Okay, that's pretty good, 20 to 25.
Yeah, we managed to place 25 this year, so.
How would you say out of, I know this past year was your first year, so maybe Caitlin might have more info, but what would you say has been your past number of applicants that have tried to go for these positions?
Yeah, I mean, it fluctuates from year to year, but this year we had over 100 applications come through, and we're expecting more. It's competitive.
Why?
I think it's new and exciting industries that are happening in the special economic zone. So there's, interesting careers in tech and med tech and blockchain and AI and all sorts of really cool industries that you could get into. And it's like really interesting experience for individuals to take part. So I think that's probably the popularity behind it. And what we've discussed as a team, instead of just placing individuals within special economic zone companies, because we partner with a lot of companies that are in the regular economy, let's see if we can expand it this year and get interns placed in any company, because we already have the structure set up and we already have the experience amongst our team. I think we can make it even bigger and better for 2024.
So you're not necessarily placing people just within the special economic zone this year?
Yeah, exactly. So we work a lot with different vendors and different associations and all sorts of networks to really build this tech innovation ecosystem. So there's a lot of other opportunities that are out there, and we're like, why not expand?
Tap into those,
Yeah, I had no idea. That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that network. The building of partnerships, I like that.
Yeah,
It's very important. Alyssa, what about for you? Did you ever do internships when... Because I know you're quite a bit younger than me here, so, and this is, you're still new to CEC, right?
Yeah.
So what was your experience
I've been doing internships since I was 12 years old.
Oh, geez. And here I was like, never. You must pay me.
No, that was one of the big things. My dad made sure that I got the experience from very young. So I went through a lot of different industries, and I found that on the flip side of things, they helped me figure out what I did not want to do. So by time...
I got a question for you there. Was one of them not working under him?
Absolutely. Yes,
all right.
Not for me. But I went through a lot of different areas: interior design, vet work, government work, and then I landed in the hospitality industry. That's where I kind of pursued my passion for events. And then by the time I was ready to go off to school, I was sure that that was where I needed to be. Yeah.
So did you even know, I guess when you were doing your different internships, like you said, in the veterinary field. So were you like, no, I can't. I could never do that.
I mean, I started it out on, my love for animals. I thought I would be great taking care of them. But once it got to the nitty-gritty things, I was just like, I could not do this on a daily basis.
Yeah. So it was a really good experience in the sense of you being able to say, no, this industry is
right. Yeah,
career path.
Definitely not. Because I find too, I have come in contact with a lot of people who, they think that whatever industry it is that they're starting off university in, they think that that's what's for them. But because they've had no prior experience at the same time, they come out and they're just like, oh, maybe this isn't for me, and they have to take a completely different path. So that's why I think internships are really important, getting that experience and knowing what a day-to-day looks like in that industry and making sure that it's for you.
I know so many people who went down, who got their degrees, great degrees, and a couple years in that field, and it's like, no, this is not the career I envisioned, and never did internships, or never really even had part-time jobs. Some people are fortunate enough not to have that, while they're studying. So that's an interesting experience. What made you hone in on events? Because you said you realized your pursuit, your passion
it was
of events.
Something that I was doing a lot of in my personal time. So I was planning like a lot of birthday parties, baby showers, weddings, things like that. I was always involved in. So, I was like, why don't I just make this my day job as well? So
I love that. Love what you do. Do what you love.
I think we had 83 events this year.
Yes.
Wow, that's it.
That's definitely where I belong.
You did very well then, considering your team, because I know you have it's a small team, but effective.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done on executing. We've got to go to our first commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about the internship opportunities available through Enterprise Cayman. We're going to hear about Kaylin Johnson's experience as an intern. And the commercial break.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have our very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old gal.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Are you planning a social, an office party, or event over the holiday season? Make the most of your holiday party and leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway Box to Go with the option of a 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. Cater your holiday parties with Subway. Visit subway.ky for menu options. Subway, eat fresh.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to be merry and healthy in the Cayman Islands. At Doctors Hospital and Integra Healthcare, we're not just a hospital and clinic with a talented group of local and international healthcare professionals. We're your partners in well-being throughout the year. So may your holidays be filled with the soothing sounds of the ocean, the embrace of good health, and a commitment to a healthier tomorrow. From all of us at Doctors Hospital and Integra Healthcare, we wish you and your loved ones happy holidays and a wonderful new year.
Jingle all the way into the season of incredible savings and wish granting with Digicel. This Christmas, get 25% off your Prime Bundle plan or postpaid bill for the next 6 months. With plans featuring social data, entertainment data, and more, Digicel keeps you connected and entertained all season long. But here's the real magic. Digicel could make your Christmas wish come true. Win a prize of your choice, from getting your rent paid to a new laptop or even a brand new car. Visit a Digicel store today, where dreams come true this holiday season.
The best foundation you can wear is glowing, healthy skin. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter specialize in enhancing your skin's well-being. Whether you're seeking advanced skin care, including any skin cancers, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drportercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020. That is 946-9020.
This is Heather Bodden, Parliamentary Secretary for Tourism for our beloved Cayman Islands. One of my favorite traditions at Christmas time is cleaning up in and around our homes. We use white sand and pink conch shells to decorate our yards. It was a tradition that dated back generations.
Let's embrace our Caymanian traditions and make our yards shine bright. But we encourage you to keep them clean throughout the entire year. Remember, a clean yard is a happy yard. This Christmas, let's all do our part to keep Cayman clean. This message is brought to you by the Beautification Task Force and the Ministry of Tourism and Ports.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today, and you're going to have Ray sing with you for the rest of the week as well. Now, don't forget, when I started the show off, I was talking about a really big giveaway that we're doing every single day during Talk Today this week only. So you got to be able to listen to the entirety of the show, because I'm going to ask a question at some point during the show. You have to do a little bit of research and call back to win one of our great prizes. So, to carry on with our discussion in this segment of Talk Today, we are with Cayman Enterprise City's Caitlin Elphinstone and Alyssa Manderson, and intern Kaylin Johnson, who is part of the Enterprise Cayman internship program this past year. So, Kaylin, now, I talked to Alyssa and I talked to Caitlin a little bit, so I got some info from them about the internship program. But for you, if you could tell our listeners what made you first apply for the internship program under Enterprise Cayman.
So Enterprise Cayman, honestly, as I saw like online and stuff, I saw ads and things like that, and from friends as well. There were so many new opportunities that I haven't really seen other companies present to the public, and I think one of the first things that really attracted me was the IT aspect. So I did have a lot of interest in IT and marketing as well, and I just decided to, apply and see where it went. And I loved the vibe of the CEC and Enterprise Cayman. And I saw that they were so incredibly involved with the community. So I just thought there's really so much to gain. And so I applied.
Okay, nice. So you were saying it was also through hearing from some of your friends as well?
Yes.
About the internships that were available. Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressured? Were you coming out of university or are you coming out of high school?
Well, I'm still in college.
Okay.
So yes, it was summer break, and I was like, you know what? I need something to, gain experience between the time that I'm not in school. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel any pressure. It was, something that I knew would benefit me in the long run. And that's why I applied.
Do you feel internships are really needed for students to be successful?
I honestly think it varies from individual to individual, but I do think for the most part that it is very beneficial, You get to build experience, you get to build skills, and even if you don't stay in that aspect of wherever you applied for that internship, be it business or marketing, IT, at least you have that experience to know, is this for me? And, you can take that with you. You can decide from those experiences where exactly it is that you want your career to lie. And I just feel like it provides a lot of opportunity for clarity. I think...
Did you get that? Did you get clarity?
I did, yes. I think a lot of students are not very aware of what they want to do. Mm-hmm. And being able to have experience allows them to find their way. So
I love that you say that, because I agree with both of those statements 100%, that a lot of students aren't aware of what they want to do. I was one of them for sure.
Yeah.
I knew what I was really good at.
Right.
but I didn't understand how that, translated into a degree,
Exactly.
And it was communications, and there was a friend of mine who was studying law at UBC said, this is what you should study. This is everything that you do. And I was like, huh. But had it not been through certain experiences that I was doing that I realized I'm good at this, that, and the other, that's the avenue I want to go in. And I didn't go to college immediately after high school. And I think that's where a lot of the pressure can come from. You don't know exactly what you want to study.
Exactly.
But you're going to school. And then you're kind of forced to make this huge life choice that's going to be a pretty big direction in your life, right?
Absolutely.
So it's important. So tell us about your summer placement. Where did you go? What did you learn? What was your position, I guess?
So I was in Radiance Collective, and my main focus was marketing. So
who's Radiance Collective? Tell us about this company first.
So Radiance Collective is a life coaching company, and so they provide advice to customers and such like that. So, for every business, marketing is key. So I focused on the marketing aspect, and I got to see the ins and outs and the behind the scenes, because it's different from what you learn in school, and then to have that practical experience outside, it's really beneficial. And so I learned a lot about the various forms of marketing, digital marketing, which is commonly used nowadays. So I learned how to optimize social media marketing. We did a lot of ad tracking and stuff like that.
Okay, nice. So how do you feel now about it? Is it a direction that you still want to continue to go in, or are there other industries do you think you'd like to explore still?
I honestly believe that this is the place where I need to be. I think I really, my skills really do apply for marketing. I love to create. I love to study customers, the audience. I think the science behind it is really, really interesting. And I think this is my calling. So.
And you're in college now, you said?
Yes, I am.
What are you studying in college?
I am doing my bachelor's now. So
bachelor's in
marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I major in marketing, and I have a minor in management.
Oh, nice. Perfect. That's a really good combo, actually.
Yeah.
I had a friend that did, I think the opposite. I think she majored in business management and minored in. What college are you attending?
UCCI.
Okay, nice. So you're going to do your bachelor's at UCCI?
Yes.
And do you see yourself wanting to stay in Cayman to gain further, I guess, work experience, or do you want to hit the foreign soil and see what opportunities are out there?
For right now, I feel like I do want to stay here because I feel like Cayman has a lot of opportunities, at least in my eyes. Obviously, it will be different for other people, but I think that it is, there's a lot of opportunities being offered, and I can benefit a lot. So I don't really see a need for me yet.
No, that's really good. I'm glad you see that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see that. It's important.
Really
especially depending on the kind of career path you take, right? Some stuff isn't necessarily booming in Cayman in that sense, but I think there is in marketing, and I think you do great if you continue to pursue that.
Yeah.
That here. What would you say that, I guess, was the biggest surprise for you during your internship that maybe you learned or experienced?
I want to say learning or being involved in the numbers aspect of marketing. Yeah.
Math still applies.
Yes, it does. And the CEO side. So that is a search engine optimization.
Oh, the SEO.
Yes, the SEO. SEO.
It's okay. I was like, she wants to be a CEO already. We like this.
Yeah.
That's where your mind's really going, so that's fine.
So originally, I didn't really, expect for marketing to involve so many numbers. Obviously, you have the design aspect, the visual aspect, and you have the numbers aspect, which is, I would say, the behind the scenes. So I got to really, experience that and learned how to optimize ads, learned a lot about ad tracking, know when the numbers are looking good. when we need to improve. And so now I have those analytical skills that, I can carry with me.
Nice.
Yes.
Those are very important because we like to measure how we spend our dollars, right?
Yes.
And I think, Caitlin, you can agree, in traditional marketing, before digital marketing came along, it was very hard to measure.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in radio. People ask me, how many listeners do you have? What is your most popular show? What is the best time? And I'm like, okay, well, if anybody in any radio station wants to give you these exact numbers, they're lying to you because there's no way to track that. They are. It's simply the truth, but it's different in digital marketing. It's different in that kind of digital landscape. Yes. So, and very important. So it used to be you weren't able to show a business owner or the people more behind the finance side the return on your marketing, but now you definitely can. It used to be in a sense that you'd kind of almost have to fluff up, but it's not fluff. But you'd have to really verbally explain what's going on and paint a picture of how their marketing dollars are being spent. But with, like you said, with the analytics now, you definitely can paint a much clearer picture for investors, for the CEO and the finance people, right?
Exactly.
What would you say to anybody that is looking to apply for an internship through Enterprise Cayman? What advice would you give them?
I would honestly encourage anyone to apply. I feel like Enterprise Cayman offers so many opportunities, various opportunities in business, and I feel like there's no limit to how high you can go, and there's more to gain from applying and being able to experience this internship. And it's unlike any other, I would say. So there's, a lot of positives, and I feel like that's all you can hope for.
Okay, nice. We're going to go to a commercial break on that note, and when we return, we're going to hear a little bit more about the details of applying for the internship application for Enterprise Cayman. We're going to hear more after the commercial break.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I go and fly in with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old girl.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
It's game time, Subway fans. We're upping our sub game with the all-new Subway Series menu, an all-star lineup of 6 delicious recipes. Just order by name or number and we'll do the rest. Whether you're catching a quick lunch or just need a tasty victory, the Subway Series menu is coming in clutch. Subway Series, easy to order, hard to resist. Try it today, only at Subway. Eat fresh.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles until December 31st, 2023. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
Ride free this New Year's Eve by visiting arrivealive.ky for the Purple Ribbon bus routes. Plan ahead, drive safe, drive sober, and ride free with the Purple Ribbon bus. Happy New Year, Cayman. This message is brought to you by the National Drug Council, Compass Media, the RCIPS, and Radio Cayman.
Brand Source Home Gallery is having a huge sale on all brands of kitchen and laundry appliances just in time for Christmas. Shop the month of December and save. Get 15% off ice makers and 20% off wine coolers and beverage centers. Spend $4,000 or more and receive bigger discounts for every $1,000 spent. You could receive up to 20% off. Save big on all kitchen appliances, including laundry, on all brands. Visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive at Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Santa says ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho! Don't miss your chance to win big this holiday season with the Rubis Pure Joy promotion. Win $30,000 to pay your bills.
Merry Christmas!
Each time you top up your tank with $25 of fuel or merchandise from Jose's 24-hour food mart, you earn another stamp. Collect 6 stamps and you're entered to win a lot of awesome prizes. You could be the lucky winner of $30,000 to pay your 2024 bills. Don't forget to share the Christmas spirit with gift certificates your loved ones can use at Reflections, Liquor for Less, Hemp and Tobacco, Food for Less, or Jose's Rubis. Now open 24 hours a day to serve you.
Merry Christmas!
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks this afternoon. And on this segment of Talk Today, we are talking about the Enterprise Cayman internship program. I realize I try to say the word in my normal speedy way of talking, but it's coming out really wrong. So internship program, that's what we are discussing. And we just heard from one of the interns, Kaylin Johnson. She was giving her experience with, what was the company again? Radiance
Collective.
Radiance Collective, all right. And talking about basically the marketing that she was doing behind the scenes and what she learned there. And I'm going to throw it back to you, Alyssa, to find out, for those who are interested in applying, what are our application dates? What are our kind of key dates that we need to keep in mind?
Alrighty, so you can find the application on the Enterprise Cayman website. That is enterprisecayman.ky. Applications opened on December 1st, so they are accessible now, and the deadline to apply is the 31st of March. So we take the month of April to kind of go through all the applications and pair them up with the respective companies who have signed up to take on an intern. And then we're hoping that placements will start in May of 2024. So that's around the time that people are coming back from university and things like that. So those will fit in well. We also have a lot of different opportunities available for individuals who apply for the internship. So we have a lot of networking events. We have our career development series that we run in conjunction with the internship program. We partner with Connect by Nova to give interns, I'd say, an opportunity to gain some more skills. So we have resume writing, networking skills, and sessions on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile as well, you know, to get yourself noticed, what information you need to have on there, and things like that, just to work in their benefit.
Okay, nice. Now, the applications coming in, there's a whole lot to sort through, as you mentioned. For you, I guess if you could give us, in your opinion, what you think would make an applicant stand out.
I would say just seeing that they have taken the initiative to gain experience in their role, whether that is, you know, some online certifications. I had a lot of individuals that stood out in that sense this year. They had, you know, gone, I guess, above and beyond to kind of just do some free courses online to get themselves seasoned in those areas, so they had a leg to stand on.
That's a good pointer right there.
Yeah,
to help
absolutely.
people stand out.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, anybody that applies will get invites to a lot of the other events that we have going on. So there were some individuals that attended the networking sessions, and you know, they came up and they said, "Oh, I've applied." XYZ, started a conversation, and then just from those one-on-one conversations, I was able to kind of get a better understanding of the individual and who they were, and I definitely placed some individuals just from those conversations as
I
well.
love that. That is so key. So, granted, Caitlin thinks we're going to get more than 100 applicants this year. Guaranteed we're going to get more than that. So it's quite a few applications to sift through.
Yes.
But even out of the 25 to 30 placements that you do have, so there's maybe going to be about 70 or more people that wouldn't be placed, right? They're still invited to the networking events.
Definitely.
And as you said, if they roll up to maybe you or somebody else and say, you never know how that conversation will go.
Yeah, that could be it.
I love it. And that is what networking is all about, right? So you might as well start now. Start really young and get that network in the door. I love that. And okay, so they've got until end of March 31st.
March 31st.
Okay. And then April,
so
you
they
go
have
through
quite some time to get those applications in there. Yeah.
What's the interview process like?
So what happens is that I will go through all the applications. I compare those with the areas of interest that they've expressed with all the different companies that we have available. And then I will share the top resumes with those companies. And then from there, they select the candidates that they would like to interview. And then they have those one-on-one interviews specifically.
Ooh, so you guys aren't sitting in on those
right,
interviews?
Yes, no.
Oh,
so
wow.
it is, the final decision is definitely left up to the company that'll take on the intern.
I guess I have to turn to you then, Kaylin. So first question to you, if you have any advice on how an application can stand out, what would it be? Do you think you made your application stand out?
I'd probably say to highlight the relevant experiences because that'll allow more success into getting into the area that you want. But I also feel like even as you submit applications, I feel like, as Alyssa said, networking is extremely important. So you have like 2 avenues and it opens more possibilities. So I feel like a combination of networking and including the experience is important.
Is important. What about the interview process for you? Like when you found out that, okay, a company wants to do a one-on-one interview, did you have to know who the company is, right?
Yes.
So what did you do to prepare for that interview?
So we did ours online. So obviously there's, the nerves before, but the person that I was interviewed by, he's extremely kind, and I feel like that's how a lot of companies will approach interns, and I feel like through that process, interns and the company, can kind of see if this is the right place for them. So first impressions are always important.
Yes.
But for me, there was nothing really to it other than the nerves. But after the first 5 minutes or so, you get into it and there's conversation and yeah.
So you didn't do any practice Q&As at home or anything like that beforehand?
Well, I feel like that's always kind of a part of the process before you actually get into it. Just making sure that you're extremely prepared, know of the possible questions that'll be asked and prepare for those questions, and knowing that you can answer those questions confidently. Yes.
What about researching the company? Did you do that as well?
Yes, I did. And that did actually help as well. That is honestly a very important point. Knowing the company that you're applying for and letting them know that you know about them, I think is very important.
It's super key. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yes, okay. So that would be your advice to anybody getting ready to apply for this internship
yes.
position availability. And then how to prepare also for the interviews if you're called in for an interview.
Yes.
It would be do those kind of practice Q&As.
Q&As, yes.
Expect what kind of questions are coming and
Exactly.
be prepared to answer those.
Exactly.
And then understand, research about the company that you'll be interviewing with.
Yes.
Anything else you could share along that?
I think the process will be, different for everyone. So I would say do what will prepare you the most. For me, it'll be practice questions. For someone else, it might be something else completely. So I would say do what will help.
Okay. Has any other opportunity arisen from your internship experience?
I'd say so.
Can you share, or
I'm
not sure. So
I would say for one, this interview.
Okay.
There's a lot of opportunities, not only the internship, but there's opportunities outside. There's social events, networking events, workshops, and once you're like in, I feel like there's no limitations really.
It's almost like an alumni of sorts, in a sense. Yeah, very cool. Good job. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And how do you want to continue?
I honestly don't know.
You're gonna finish your degree.
Oh, obviously, yes. But I will be staying with companies like Enterprise Cayman, because I feel like they have the community's best interests at heart, especially students that are coming out of school. They're making sure, making sure to have those opportunities out there so that, people are able to find their passion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much. You said a lot of great key things in this interview here, so I'm very proud of you, happy with your experience that you've had. Ladies, if you would like to end us with any final notes you want our listeners to hear, or any future applicants to hear, please do.
I just invite everyone to take advantage of the opportunity, apply. The application is about 3 to 5 minutes, and it asks you the questions prompt you to kind of give us a proper understanding of where it is you want to go, what you want to achieve during your internship, and just to get some background information on you as well. So it's a little bit more than just submitting your resume and your cover letter and things like that. But those questions do help us in understanding what type of applicant you are, and so that we can best match you up with companies as well. So a reminder that the deadline to apply is the 31st of March, and you can find the application at enterprisecayman.ky.
All right.
Also, follow us on social media for reminders as well.
Yes, the social media is great. I agree. Follow them on social media.
And if you have any questions, Alyssa is a fantastic resource. So just ask. Once we get to know you and you get to know us, there's so many different opportunities and things that you can get involved with.
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for joining us on Talk Today this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. No problem. We've got to go to the 1 p.m. news headlines, and after the news headlines, we're going to have Open Line.
Follow Radio Cayman on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Follow us at twitter.com/Radio Cayman.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
The headline news is brought to you by Health Services Authority.
With your latest headlines, I'm April Cummings. Glass recycling is expected to be offered on island again in the new year. Speaking in Finance Committee, Richard Sims, Director of the Department of Environmental Health, said other recycling services like paper, metal, and plastic have continued at the landfill, seeing a marked increase as the population has grown over the years. In international headlines, a storm barreled up the East Coast today, flooding roods and downing trees in the Northeast, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of people and forcing flight cancellations and school closures. More than 5 inches of rain had fallen in parts of New Jersey and northeastern Pennsylvania by mid-morning, and parts in several other states got more than 4 inches, this according to the U.S. National Weather Service. Wind gusts reached nearly 70 miles per hour along the southern New England shoreline. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin discussed with Israeli leaders today ways to scale back major combat operations in Gaza, but said Washington was not imposing a timetable despite international calls for a ceasefire. Austin and other U.S. officials have repeatedly expressed concern about the large number of civilian deaths in Gaza, even while underscoring American backing for Israel's campaign aimed at crushing Hamas. Neither side elaborated today on what needed to change on the ground for a shift to more precise operations after weeks of devastating bombardment and a ground offensive. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
The headline news is brought to you by Health Services Authority.
It's one of the best moments of your life when you welcome your baby into the world. The HSA's experienced women's health and maternity team provides the highest quality of care throughout your pregnancy and delivery. As a JCI accredited hospital, we are the leader in maternal care, safely delivering over 700 babies annually. Visit hsa.ky for more information. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts, MBE, JP. Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts was born at Cotton Tree Bay in Cayman-Brac on 15th October 1916 to James Nathaniel Tibbetts and Elsie Huldah Tibbetts, nee Hunter. In 1931, the family moved to Belize, then known as British Honduras, where young Keith worked on boats on the dry dock. However, the family returned to Cayman-Brac after 6 months, and that is when he began to build catboats. During the 1932 hurricane, at the age of 16, being a strong swimmer, he was able to save many people. However, his baby brother, only sister, and grandmother unfortunately perished. A week after the island-wide disaster, his uncle Dwight came to the island on his own ship with some relief supplies and brought his brother Ronnie. After assisting with the rebuilding of the family home, resurrecting the family car, and helping other relatives and the community rebuild, he built and sold several catboats before going to Jamaica to seek employment as a seaman. This was part 2 of a special Sister Islands vignette series dedicated to Captain Keith Parker Tibbetts.
I'll be back. I've got 22 more days.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your Sister Islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your Sister Islands.
Discover all that our Sister Islands have to offer.
Listening to the general public.
The Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Radio Cayman Talk Today.
Because
there are more questions than answers.
Radio Cayman waiting to take your calls right now.
What the public is saying.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller, and I'm filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And I heard the phone lines were hot right before 1 p.m. I heard y'all were calling in right before 1 p.m. Well, I need you to call back. We have open line now until the end of the show, or how long we can go. And the numbers to call are 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp us at 925-3261. Which I gotta remember, is my WhatsApp on and functioning? Yes, it is now. Okay, all right, so I'm ready for y'all. The numbers again are 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp 925-3261. There's a whole bunch of different topics for us to discuss. I mean, some of the ones that I noted, there's talks of a Cal expansion, once again. So we're looking at allegedly Kansas City, Missouri, and if you could see my face, or Austin, Texas. Now, those are the allegedly 2 destinations that Cal can do new routes to. So one being Kansas City, Missouri, or Austin, Texas. Silver Fox is shaking his head at me when I say Kansas City. I think we both have the same feeling. Yeah, I'm like, Missouri? Who goes there? Who's like, why would, like, seriously? Austin, Texas. So what are your thoughts on that? Give us a call, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp me at 3261. There's also the talk of Work having a new website. So Work, that's WORC.KY. We do have a new website with the quote user experience in mind. So it allows customers to easily see Work's full service portfolio, such as employment services, national training and complaints. And they also have a new news section, so you can find the latest updates and news to do with work. So check out their new website, WORC.KY. It's supposed to be more user-friendly, which I don't understand why it wouldn't have been in the first place. But if you'd been to it, it was a little difficult to navigate. So I am happy that they fix the user experience. And that's business as usual on Work.KY with more changes coming in 2024, allegedly. I believe we have one caller online right now. And so good afternoon. Let's take that call. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I would like to suggest to Carl that they fly to Houston, Texas instead of Austin.
Okay. What are your reasons for Houston?
Well, been there a few times. Don't mind it at all. And that my grandson lives there.
Okay, because your grandson lives there. Okay, well, that's a good reason for me.
And I have a great granddaughter that I have not met yet.
Okay. And do you travel to Houston currently?
No, I stopped when there was an airline coming here that had direct flights. And I stopped when they stopped going there. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I certainly would go more often if there were not so many connections, you know?
I could be wrong, but I thought I had read that there are direct flights from Houston and Dallas. And we know that Dallas was a failed attempt previously. I don't know if failed is the right word here. It didn't work out.
Direct flight from Cayman to Houston?
Yes, that's what I read. I don't know, not with Cayman Airways clearly, a different airline. I just don't know which airline that is. Well, so it could have been a case where there used to be, but that ended.
I've been asking, and presently my grandson, he flies another airline to some part of Florida, and then he goes on. He waits in the airport like 4 hours, and then he goes on to Houston.
Oh, wow, okay. That's a long way over.
And he does that like every 6 months.
Okay.
He's born Caymanian.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on where that destination should be.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, and have a very Merry Christmas, okay? And a safe holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.
We got an interesting WhatsApp that came in regards to that question. So this person on WhatsApp said, quote, "They should fly to Houston because of their medical city. Lots of Cayman cancer patients have checkups there." And that is a very excellent reason to have that destination. It wasn't a proposed destination. It was between Austin, Texas and Kansas City, Missouri. But, we had the caller say Houston. We had the person on WhatsApp give their opinion as well. And if we have a lot of cancer patients that are flying to Houston because of, as they say, because of the medical center there, then it's something to consider. So those are so far what two people have to say. So what are your ideas? Any more callers coming in? 949-8037 or 949-6990. Now, I just told you about that change to the work website, WORC.KY. All the payment portal processes, that is exactly the same. So it won't change how you do business on the website right now. So don't worry, it is a new updated website to make your user experience a lot friendlier, a lot more seamless, and a smoother experience for you. So I think we can all say we would welcome that with work. So congratulations and well done on updating your website to make it a lot more user friendly. we still got some other big news going on. And you know, as I did mention at the beginning of the show, that we're going to do a really big giveaway in a Talk Today this week. Every single day of Talk Today, we're doing some really big giveaways. We have phones to give away. We have utility certificates to give away, gift certificates to different places. It's Christmas, and we're trying to help our people out, our listeners out as much as we can, and spread a little Christmas joy and cheer. So for today's question, one of our giveaways is coming from Digicel. So big up Digicel, boom, 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 big up Digicel. They're having a really incredible promotion this Christmas. Now, to win today's giveaway, you need to tell me how much money you can win with Digicel this Christmas and how you can win the money. The how is very important, so make sure when you call us with your answer, you can tell us how you can win with Digicel and how much money, or up the prize money that you can win with them. So you got to do a tiny little bit of research. It won't take you that long, but you got to find out what that is. The numbers to call are 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp us at 925-3261. I just might have a phone for giveaway, or I might not. I'm not really sure. I believe we have a caller right now. Should we take that call, Paul? Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. What's on your mind today?
Christmas and trying to win some prizes from Digicel.
Okay. You were just waiting for the question to come, weren't you?
I am.
Okay. All right, well, can you answer the question?
Well, I know some of the ways you can win is to top up.
Is that it?
How many ways do I need? How many?
You got to come with the full answer, so you take a couple minutes, look for that full answer, and give us a call back. You're giving a partial answer right now. And I can't say anything more because I don't want to say what might be incorrect about your answer to give other people a better chance to win. You feel me? So you are partial. Oh, all right. She's gone. She's going to go do her research. So on that note, we're going to go to our next commercial break. And if you want to win a phone, I hope you can answer those questions.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what, though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old gal.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Ho, ho, ho! Hi, kids! Santa here, letting you know that I can't wait to see you all again at my grotto at Bayshore Mall. I'll be there with my friends from Kirk Freeport from Monday the 18th December until Friday 22nd. I'll be there between 3 and 7 p.m. every day, except Friday, where I will be there earlier between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Along with sweet treats, Santa will have a special gift for every boy and girl, and there will be popcorn, cotton candy, and Christmas music filling the air. Merry Christmas! See you soon at Bayshore Mall. Love, Santa and everyone at Kirk Freeport.
Jingle all the way into the season of incredible savings and wish granting with Digicel. This Christmas, get 25% off your Prime Bundle plan or postpaid bill for the next 6 months. With plans featuring social data, entertainment data, and more, Digicel keeps you connected and entertained all season long. But here's the real magic. Digicel could make your Christmas wish come true. Win a prize of your choice, from getting your rent paid to a new laptop or even a brand new car. Visit a Digicel store today, where dreams come true this holiday season.
Listening to the general public.
The Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Because
there are more questions than answers. Radio Cayman.
Waiting to take your calls right now.
What the public is saying.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today. The rest of the week you have Raymond Singh, and all week we're going to be giving away prizes during Talk Today. Now, I asked the question a few minutes before the commercial break. We had one caller call in to try to win the phone that we're giving away today. Oh, I got another call. We had a call during the break. Oh, we have 2 calls. So we're going to take the first caller that came in and see here if the first caller is right in answering the question. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you again?
I'm okay, thank you.
All right, did you get the answer for us, the info?
I think so. Is it the Christmas campaign that they're doing?
It is the Christmas campaign, yes.
So they have that you have to you can enter by either switching to Digicel, buying a bundle or paying your bill, and then just making 3 wishes online.
Boom, bam! Winner, winner, chicken dinner! Don't have chicken. Have whatever you want. You can have chicken. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I probably should have said the 8th caller or so, but that's no problem. We have a few people in line after you. So congratulations. I'm going to just reiterate the answer that you gave there. So Digicel. Oh, wait. Actually, you had one kind of more part of that question to answer.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's perhaps that you just didn't remember that I asked it. So how much can you win with them? That was the beginning. So you got the how correct.
As in the prices?
Yes.
So it was a laptop or I think it was 25% off of your bill or a car.
Well, that could be prizes that you want, but there was a monetary figure that's there. That's the biggest thing there. You missed that? My girl, you might have to call us back.
25%.
There, no, that's not it.
Oh, it's a 20.
Sorry?
Hold on. I think
we got to cut you off, lady.
Okay.
You got to try again. Try one more time. You're almost there. You almost had that.
Okay.
Oh, I almost gave the boom bam away, but there was one part of the question that has to be answered. There's 2 parts of the questions, guys. That lady did so good, and I wanted to get it. But I have to be fair, okay? I have to be fair. So we do have another caller online. Let's see if this caller has all the answers that we need. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. So it's 24K, and you can switch to Digicel, get 25% off your data plan, and once more.
You are incorrect on the monetary amount.
Oh, not 24K?
Nope, you got to try again. So we're going to take, I think we have another caller. Try again. We got another caller coming in. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Radio Cayman.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Good. You?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. I try my luck at that. The questions that you have.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have been in the same page as the previous caller in terms of the amount, but the question as to how to win, you switch by a bundle or pay your bill.
Yes.
And the answer as to the amount that you could win, you could win a car. Is one of the prizes. I think that's for the ultimate prize, or your bills paid for like a year.
If you want that as a prize, it could be a prize, yes.
Right. So I need to name out the other prizes as well.
You need to name out to win, you need to tell me how much money you can win with Digicel and how you can win that. So it could be up to a monetary amount, or in the wishes that you have, it can be up to that monetary amount. So you got to call back, sir, because I see you fishing. I hear you fishing around.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you got to call back so we can give somebody else a chance to win.
Of course. Appreciate that.
No problem. Sorry. I got to be fair. All right. That's okay. So I guess they're still doing their search there. So we came really close, We came really close, but that monetary figure was off by just a little tiny bit. So I think they confused a summer promo with a Christmas promo. I think we have a call, right, Paul? Let's hear it. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Talk Today. Good afternoon.
Is it 240,000?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. I'm hoping my other girl calls back, man. I've got the one that I almost gave that to. Nope. Try again. All right. So we're gonna, hopefully more of those calls will come in. We'll see what happens. But to get back to some of the topics that have happened. I was just about to get back to the topics, but Paul said, "Hey, we do have another caller." So we got the person calling back, or somebody calling back, I think, to win this Digicel prize. Good afternoon.
So I'm not sure because I heard some people say some amounts, but I didn't actually catch the last caller. But I may be just repeating what he said. But is it 25,000?
You got it, girl. Boom, and because I know you, and you answered so fully now. Fully give me your full answer on your third phone call here. So the full question again was, to win the giveaway, you need to tell me how much money you can win with Digicel this Christmas and how you can win the money. The how is important to make sure, you can call in with the full answer. So.
All right. So you can either switch to Digicel,
mm-hmm.
Buy a bundle or pay your bill.
Yes.
And you can win up to 25,000.
Yes, ma'am. And there was another way in how you can win.
Just 3 wishes.
That's right. And where do you go to make those 3 wishes?
Online, using a form.
There you go. So go to digicelcayman.com. For me, I'm a postpaid customer, for example. So you go to I did it today. I was like, wait a minute, I am eligible as postpaid. I was like, this 25K is not missing me. Nobody said I can't be eligible to win. So you got it. So you're gonna stay online so that Paul can take your info and we can give you your phone. Congratulations. You want a Samsung something. I can't remember exactly what it's in my bag. You want me to pull it out and tell you what you want, or just leave you thinking it's a Samsung and you figure out the rest? You want to know? Okay. Hold on, guys. So, and I just want to be clear to everybody, this is not our only Digicel phone giveaway this week. There are more, and when I said we are doing big prizes for our Radio Cayman listeners this week, you got to be listening to Talk Today because you do not know when this question is going to come. I wasn't lying. We've got you. We are looking out for you. We're spreading that Christmas cheer. So it's a Galaxy A04 or A04. Samsung.
you.
So congratulations, and stay online, please, so that Paul can take your information off of air, okay? And congratulations to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
All right, that went pretty good. What do you think there, Paul? You wouldn't mind that, you're a Digicel customer, aren't you? Yeah, he's saying yeah. I think we do have another phone call, or we don't have another phone call. All right there. So congratulations to our first winner during Radio Cayman's Christmas giveaway during Talk Today this week. I'm very happy that we did get a few calls in and people were trying. And I think what I loved is when somebody said 24K. That was actually a summer promotion that Digicel did, a 24K summer promotion. So I think it's amazing that stuck with you and you remembered it still. And I hope, ma'am, that you also will continue to listen through the week and hopefully you can win again. And also to the gentleman that had called right after her. So you never know. There's other prizes to win. There's still more phones to win. So just keep listening to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. And on that, we're going to go to a commercial break.
The team at Caribbean Engineering Machine and Welding Shop would like to thank their customers for their continued support during 2023. We wish everyone a happy holiday season and look forward to their continued patronage in the future. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Caribbean Engineering.
Hot Zone Sports invites you to visit their 2-location sports stores, Lemar Village in West Bay and Cannon Place in Georgetown, for your Christmas shopping. With every purchase, you can enter a raffle to win gift certificates. Buy any slippers and get the next one half off. Everything is on sale, from 10% off and up for your last week of Christmas shopping. Footwear and apparel such as Nike, Jordan, Puma, Adidas, Reebok, Calvin Klein, and Tommy Hilfiger. Football jerseys, English Premier, La Liga, and Bundesliga. We offer names and numbers printing and also gift certificates. A wide selection of football shoes and accessories. Open daily at 9:30 a.m. and will close late for your last-minute shopping. On behalf of the management and staff, we thank you for shopping with us. Wishing you and your family best wishes for the holiday season.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles until December 31st, 2023. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
You know, as a little girl, I dreamt of traveling to faraway places and foreign lands. I tell you what though, no more dreaming. I'm going flying with Cayman Airways. How blessed are we in the Cayman Islands to have a very own national airline? Girl, you can fly to so many international destinations without the hassle of connecting flights. On top of Jamaica, Cuba, and Honduras, you got non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, and even Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, and child, they now have Barbados. Going to be a little cafe con leche and Hollywood Squares for this old gal.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering non-stop flights for non-stop adventures in Panama, LA, and many more places in between. For details and to book, call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today. We're going to carry the show as long as you guys want to call in and you want to chat about certain topics, whatever issues, news that might be on your mind. I brought up the alleged possible new destinations for Cal, and those 2 destinations that are being discussed are Kansas City, Missouri, or Austin, Texas. So if you want to weigh in and give your thoughts, give your opinions on if you think Cal should go to either of those destinations, or perhaps if you have a different suggestion in mind, let us know and give us your reasons why. Give us a call back at 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp your thoughts and comments to 925-3261. You can also call us on WhatsApp, and Silver Fox will figure that out because I don't do that part on my side over here. But you are welcome to call us on WhatsApp as well. So aside from the possible Cal destination routes, there's other news to talk about, and a whole lot of news came out last week. And it's some of the stuff there that I did want to touch on as well, because often we talk about negative news or things that are kind of sad or, issues, right? Like critical kind of issues that are going on. And while we do need to discuss them, I think it's important to highlight the good that is going on in Cayman. And one of my favorite campaigns that I see in the Cayman Islands is the Proud of Them campaign. I absolutely love seeing those billboards on the sides of the roads with a student's name and picture and basically a very brief description of their achievement or why Cayman is proud of them and why we should be proud of them and support them in their achievements. So this year marked the 10th anniversary of the awards program, and it's honored over 140 youth since inception. The awards were expanded this year to include 2 rising stars demonstrating the significant strides made by Cayman's youth. The 2023 honorees, which I just want to give them a big shout out and say congratulations, at least personally from me and from the rest of us at Radio Cayman, a big congratulations to the 2023 honorees, who are Ariana McCoy, Ariana Grant, Ashley Gooden, Carrie McCoy, Chloe McClymont, Devonte Howell, Diana DeMarcado, Yosani Burke, Kiana Kelly, Mansouri Prabhakar, Matthew Bodden, Misha Thompson, Monina Thompson, Peyton Morrison, and Rachel Pascal. The rising stars include Shay Scott and Malika Morrison. And I'm going to say on Malika and Peyton Morrison, I remember when their mother was pregnant with twins. I believe they're twin girls. So I remember when these were... They weren't even born yet, and I remember the incredible dancer that their mother was and still is, and all the things. So I know her as Mel Star, and that's what I call her, Mel Star McField. A lot of you know her. She has always been a great dancer, phenomenal dancer, and I believe she went to the Edna Moyle? Oh, geez, am I going to get it wrong? I hope I don't get it wrong. The lady, I'm going to get her name wrong, but it's a School of Dance and Performing Arts in Jamaica. She went to this school. She graduated there. I think the first Caymanian to graduate with this degree, and then she brought all of her dance background back to Cayman and does so many different productions. So to see that both of her daughters are honored in this Proud of Them campaign, for me personally, I love to see that. It's absolutely incredible. So congratulations to all of the honorees who are out there. The honorees receive a check for $1,000, and the rising stars receive an award of $300, and all youth are presented with a commemorative certificate to mark their achievements. I think this is a really good way to just support the youth and let them know you're on a great path. We see the things that you're doing, and we support you in whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams and your desires are. We support you in what that is. And to show that recognition and achievement from young, I think that does a lot to somebody's confidence. So to know that often we're told we got to be real humble and just work real hard. Yes, of course, be humble, work hard. But it can be hard when nobody does notice the effort that you put in. So if we can notice the effort, not 20 or 30 or 40 years down the line, but a lot sooner than that, you never know what that kind of recognition can help propel people forward in their lives. So congrats to our 2023 Proud of Them honorees. So that's my happy, good news for today. And some of the other news and topics to discuss. The National Pensions Amendment Act 2023. So that's a big deal. I think that's a pretty big deal out there. And the National Pensions Amendment Act 2023, it allows Caymanians increased withdrawal limits from their pension plans to pay towards a mortgage or a residential land loan. For the purchase or construction of a house or residential land, the maximum withdrawal amount increased from $35,000 to $50,000. To pay off existing mortgages, the maximum withdrawal amount increased from $35,000 to $100,000. For reduced payments on an existing mortgage or residential land loan, the maximum withdrawal amount is $50,000. Funds withdrawn will require a repayment of an additional 3% monthly contribution to one's pension plan. How do we feel about the National Pensions Amendment Act 2023? Is this a really, really great thing? Is it going to help alleviate the current cost of living and the situation that people are facing right now, that a lot of Caymanians are facing? Is it going to make life a little easier for us in the long run? Or is it going to make it a lot harder? Can we really contribute an additional 3% monthly to our pensions? Is it going to drain a lot of people of their finances? There's so many questions to be had with this. And there was a public consultation period for this, so there was a time for people to give their feedback and their input and everything else. But is this something that you believe is going to help you? I believe it could be beneficial. I would love to be able to draw down on this, but I believe as civil servants, it's still not available for us to do. I thought in this amendment that a provision was going to be made towards people under the Public Pensions Fund, and then also I think it's people under Parliament and judicial contracts. They have different laws, regulation, their pension schemes, right? So I believe it's not open to them and us as civil servants still. However, for the majority of people out there in Caymanians, yes, it is available to you. So there's already something within your pensions that allows you to withdraw, but this increases that withdrawal amount, but it also requires you to increase your monthly contributions towards your pensions, which might have to kick in, I don't want to say because I'm possibly going to get that wrong, but it's going to kick in quite shortly after receiving those funds that you need. So what are your thoughts on the National Pensions Amendment Act 2023? Do you think it's a great thing? Do you think it's a little too much? Should we be doing this? What are the choices? A lot of people are calling and asking for this opportunity. A lot of people are saying, this is a bad idea because what are you going to live on when you're older? And then on the other hand, if you can't even live now, you're not even thinking about when you're older. You're just trying to survive and make it now. So I understand in planning for your future, but when you can't even see your future for the costs that are right in front of you drowning you today, what options do people have? And is this one of the best options out there currently for us to take advantage of? Is it taking advantage of? Or are we going to put ourselves in a bigger hole? Who knows? It's really, really, really hard to say. So I'd love to hear what some of your thoughts are about the National Pensions Amendment Act. The numbers to call are 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp us at 925-3261. Let me know what your thoughts are. And the other topic that I wanted to bring up today was, this is all kind of news coming from last week, but I don't think we've had a lot has happened in the past, like from Thursday, Friday, in terms of news and government news and all the rest. So I just want to give us a chance to be able to kind of think about those topics, talk about them, give our opinions on them, weigh in on it. And so one of them as well, the bonuses that are being granted by a cabinet. So cabinet, I'm quoting directly now from Cayman News Service. Yes, I know we have our own Radio Cayman here, but we're also friends with Cayman News Service, so to quote them directly, Cabinet has approved a $250 Christmas bonus for those who receive long-term financial assistance through the Needs Assessment Unit and recipients of the Seafarers and Veterans Ex Gratia benefits. Officials have also confirmed that the increase from $950 to $1,250 for former public sector workers receiving an ex gratia pension promised by Premier Julianne O'Connor Connolly will also begin this month. We do know that civil servants in core civil service were given a $1,500 bonus this month as well, which I'm incredibly grateful for. I've seen a lot of comments out there that the civil servants are the last people that need a bonus. I can't explain to you how far off the mark that is when majority of us don't get any bonus ever. The only kind of bonus we get is a cost of living adjustment, which happens maybe every few years if we're lucky. So I don't even say if we're lucky, because the cost of living adjustment means inflation, in that sense. The cost of living is really increasing, and therefore they're going to have to bring our salary on part of that. So really, we don't really get no bonuses. And I can say for myself, this is an incredibly welcome gift as a civil servant. I'm very happy about it. But apparently a lot of people aren't happy about it. But why? Why not? So I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the additional bonuses that that were cited in Cabinet last week, or in Parliament last week? Let us know what your thoughts are. 949-8037, 949-6990, or you can WhatsApp us at 925-3261. So I gave you guys quite a few different topics to talk about today, right? So you got some things to think about, to give me a call about. Now I know people are listening because look at all those phone calls that we got for winning that Digicel phone, right, Paul? So I know people are listening. So you're out there. Let me know what your thoughts are. And right now we're going to go to our next commercial break.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to be merry and healthy in the Cayman Islands. At Doctors Hospital and Integra Healthcare, we're not just a hospital and clinic with a talented group of local and international healthcare professionals. We're your partners in well-being throughout the year. So may your holidays be filled with the soothing sounds of the ocean, the embrace of good health, and a commitment to a healthier tomorrow. From all of us at Doctors Hospital and Integra Healthcare, we wish you and your loved ones happy holidays and a wonderful new year.
A house isn't a home without the perfect furnishings and decor. At Robert Wood Furniture and Design, we have everything your home deserves. Shop now for incredible store-wide savings, up to 50% off on sofas, beds, dining tables, and chairs. Or ask about our custom furnishing options and interior design services. Find the perfect gift ideas with accent pillows and vases, starting at just $10. Lamps as low as $20. Whether it's kitchen and bathroom remodeling to flooring and window treatments, lighting, fans, furniture, and home decor, Robert Wood Furniture and Interiors has all you need this Christmas. Visit our website, robertwoodky.com. Like, follow, and share our page on Facebook and Instagram, Robert Wood Furniture and Interiors, or swing by our store at Cayman Center, Owen Roberts Drive. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a prosperous and healthy New Year.
You don't sound too good there, Bobo.
Yeah, you know how it is. With the kids back in school, every other week they come in now with something, and then I catch it.
Sound like it catch you. But for real, brother, flu season is here and COVID is still around. You gotta stock about things like medicine, vitamins, and minerals for you and the kids. You know what they say, prevention is better than cure.
At ValueMed, our pharmacists can help manage flu symptoms and provide guidance on vitamins and minerals to best support you and your family's overall health. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Boddentown, or WhatsApp your questions and prescription refills to ValueMed on Walkers Road at 926-1662, or WhatsApp ValueMed in Boddentown at 916-5511. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
I love Pizza Boat. It's yummy. It has my two favorite things combined, cheese and boats. Pizza Boat makes pizza way more fun.
Hop on board the Pizza Boat Express. Kids, now Pizza Boat makes pizza even more fun. Lunch or dinner, let Pizza Boat bring the fun. Pizza Boat, a Cayman twist to pizza, bringing fusion ingredients from all over the globe to give you locally inspired fresh pizzas all day, every day. Pizza Boat, now open in Queens Court on West Bay Road. Pick up or delivery 949-0000 or order online www.pizzaboat.ky.
Tomlinson Furniture wants you to make it home for the holidays. Shop our new stock of living and dining room sets, bedroom sets, decor, and more. Find the perfect gift in candles, diffusers, luxury sheets, pillows, and accessories. Dreaming of a good night's sleep? Don't miss our huge mattress selection at the Mattress Gallery. Browse online at tomlinsonfurniture.ky or shop in-store for the perfect home furnishing piece. This holiday season, make it comfortable, make it home, make it Tomlinson Furniture. Located at the Tomlinson Building, corner of Walkers and Hospital Road.
Listen to the general public. Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Banks. And if we don't get any calls, we're just going to end the show a little sooner than usual. So I'm okay with that. But we have a lot of topics that we can discuss. We did have prizes to give away, but nobody else is calling. So I don't know what to say. I feel like we should ask our prize question at the very end of the show. And we got to make you guys call and engage with us one time before you can call to give in your answer to a prize. But that might be a little complicated. So that's how things go. At the very beginning of our show, we welcomed Caitlin Elphinstone, Chief Marketing Officer from Cayman Enterprise City, Alyssa Manderson, Enterprise Cayman Program and Events Coordinator, and Kaylin Johnson, who was a intern through Enterprise Cayman this past summer. We were talking about the internship program through Enterprise Cayman. And for those who still want some information on it, are interested, you might have children, you might be somebody who's in college or university listening right now, or know somebody that is, that could indeed benefit from an internship opportunity. You can visit www.enterprisecayman.ky/internships for more information. The application portal window is open right now. It opened December 1st and it goes until March 31st, 2024. So you have about 3 more months to get your applications in, about 3 months and a week to get your applications in. And then during the month of April, Enterprise Cayman, they go through all the different applications. They see maybe who they compare with people. And then they choose their intern, the possible candidates. They put them with a appropriate company, and the company interviews them, and then boom, you find out if you're going to be interning at a company that will hopefully benefit you in your career development. So check out Enterprise Cayman. Where did I put that? enterprisecayman.ky/internships for more information. I think we have a caller. We got a caller, Paul? All right, let's take that call. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Hope you don't mind me calling back.
I don't mind. I'm happy.
Okay.
Thank you.
On this, the section of what could Cayman do more for seniors, I think they could do a lot more for seniors that have all their papers here and have lived here for a very long time. Like...
You mean that aren't born Caymanians?
Right. But have lived, for my example, I've lived there for over 50 years.
Yes.
And certainly could do with a better plan for health insurance. The cynical health insurance is a very poor plan.
I remember you calling in October, and you had mentioned this.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very. For example, mine ran out a few months ago, and I need to go to the doctor every 3 months so I can get my prescription renewed. And because it went over the limit, when I go for the 3-month checkup, I'm landed up with a bill for over $600. I haven't had a job since Ivan. And where's $600 come from every 3 months? I pay my health insurance every month automatically on my account. Another thing is, if your house title is in your name and you're a senior for a certain amount of time or over a certain amount of time, it would be nice if CUC could give you a little discount, because I built my house in 84. I've been here from 73, and I've never imagined that the light bill could be so much. It's almost over $700 a month in the same house.
Yeah, I don't think any of us imagined
that. And CUC have sent people here to check out what's wrong, if there's any windows leaking or, more than once. But they found nothing wrong. now everybody's telling you to do the solar. Where is that money supposed to come from?
Because it's a pretty sizable investment you have to make at first.
I have done that Radiant Instant Barrier, and that never seemed to have worked very long. And now they're talking to me about foam,
yes,
or solar, the solar plan. I mean, when you have no income and you're trying to go on off of your life savings, you can't take chances because you lived here so long and no benefits, none at all. No matter what you have, how much voluntary work you have done over the years, nothing matters. It's like, I can't believe,
I think these are important points that you're bringing up.
They're real.
They're real, yeah.
Part of it is that they are real, and I'm not the only one saying this, but other people are afraid of coming on air. But there's so much things a government can look into to find out who is a real senior, how long you've been here, your general character, and I mean, where am I to pack up and go to? At this stage of my life, after almost 51 years.
And why should you? Why should you? You're Caymanian.
To tell the truth, I don't know to live anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't understand to drive there. I don't understand to drive on the right. I don't understand because I've been here so long.
Yeah, I understand.
It's
hard. It's a very realistic thing that you're saying because it's happening to people within your age bracket, so older persons.
I'm 76 now.
And it's happening to young people too.
Yeah.
Being completely driven out of this country because they can't afford to live here. So.
Well, the people that's offering people $6 an hour, that is unreal.
Yes, it is.
You can't even go out there and get a small cooked lunch. You can't even go out there and get anything for $6. And that is not even a bottle of water with your lunch.
I mean, you can, but it's very small, and it won't sustain you. And it's not, there's no sustenance in it. So what are you putting in your body for $6? Really, when it comes down to it,
A little bit of white rice and some meat and some lettuce and tomato. I don't understand it. Who is selling that and for what?
Yeah, I understand.
And they're not watching over the years. Did she donate to this? Did she do this? Did she do that? Did she take part in this? No. They're just watching the point that, you're not married to a seaman, was not married to a seaman, all sorts of stuff, And frankly, I never saw it coming. I never inquired, and people that are out there are saying, no, that is it. I said, no, it's not. It is not. You're supposed to live out your savings and see what happens. Go live under a bus or something.
I'm sure that when you were saving, for retirement, that you didn't think the cost of living was going to be where it is at.
No, ma'am.
And I think that's the tough part is how are we supposed to gauge 40 years from now what the cost of living is going to be?
I know, and nothing is really wrong with my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I need to fork out how much money. Everybody has a different quote to see if you can put in the foam thing.
Yeah, ma'am, I wanna ask you to end your thought there because I do have another caller that I want to get in before we have to go to our next break. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
But thank you, and I want to say to you, I would be knocking on your MP's door every day, all day, to get these issues heard. Whether they heard you once or twice, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Their salary, they can afford everything, so they don't really.
But that's, they're supposed to be there to help. So that's the only suggestion I really can give right now. I need to get to the next caller, ma'am. So thank you so much for calling Radio Cayman's Talk Today program.
Thank you very much for listening.
No problem. I'm always here to listen to you. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Good afternoon to you, Kathy.
Hey, thank you for giving us a call. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'll make it very short. And I decided to call when you were asking about filling in some voids. But it's very sad to hear the lady there, and I do believe I've heard her before on another show.
Yes.
And it's quite sad and indicative of perhaps the reality that many of us know, but I guess it's not until you become a senior that the quality of life for seniors, well, for all of us, but for seniors are so, it's sad because, our systems does not, as she so rightfully indicated, think about that in the midst of everything that we do. And then we have the private sector that doesn't seem to want to participate in that holistic sort of nation building. Everybody is just, all the big businesses, all the small businesses, everybody is just all into greed and trying to recoup their cost, if you will, within 1 or 2 years of business and just, striking at the hearts of all of us. Why? And so it's very sad, and there are certainly ways and means of being able to alleviate a lot of that if there's political will. Why I'm calling is to do with your pensions question about if it's right or should we do more. I'll just quickly say this.
You can take your time. The news can be late. It's okay.
All right.
Norma can yell at me after.
I'll say thank you. Well, I'll try. Thank you. I think it should have gone a little further, and certainly that lady, that last caller, gave me an idea in regards to that. I think we should have done more if we thought it was important enough to be able to assist Caymanians at this time, because the minister himself, if I remember his contribution to presenting the bill, because I listened, he said people are still struggling and we underestimated the effects of the pandemic, as I recall him saying. And if that's the case, then we should have actually allowed Caymanians, and I stress Caymanians, maybe I'm a bit one-sided, but that's okay too.
That's okay.
To be able to those who maybe have a set limit, but maybe $10,000 or something, because a lot of the money that people got, some of it went overseas, but a great deal of it stayed here, was injected back Caymanians, spent. And so maybe there should have been a cash component of that for people. And so that caller there, for example, if we even wanted to limit it to bills, $1,000 per month from your pensions for the next year, that's $12,000 if you're paying into it, that is, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly less than $50,000, but you could use $1,000 to pay, a bill, and that would probably be CUC. The poor lady there was $700. Some of us are much more than that. Right. But to pay some bills per month. So something like that, but I was thinking more along the lines of a cash thing, $10,000. It should have gone a little further if you've asked me, and that's been my thoughts, and I can drill down into that, but I don't think there's a need to.
Do you mean as in like there more provisions should have been added to this amendment?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
It should have tapped it, because I know you asked the question that's always hanging, and I tempted to think it comes from sometimes the pensions administrators, because they're the ones that are making a lot of money. One of the members of the parliament actually mentioned it as well, that hey, why don't we just give the people the money, because the pension providers are actually losing it. So if that's the case, then give me $10,000 out of my money, or $15,000 out of my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using me, but I'm sure there's a lot of me's across this country.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would have been, I think, perhaps the icing. Overall, do I think it's a great thing? I think it's a wonderful thing if you're certainly able to have Caymanians tap in to be able to become homeowners.
What do you think about the thought that it's going to be, that it's going to be impossible for people to be able to pay back what they're borrowing?
Well, I don't think 3% pays it back, period. So I don't think that was the thrust. I don't think the three. I think it was just to pay more to try to recoup. I'm not giving them the benefit of doubt that they really calculated that on average 3% more would pay back that $50. I just think they took a figure out of the air. I could be wrong. I just don't give them that doubt. So I think it was more along the lines. I don't think 3% over anybody's pension as an additional contribution is going to break anybody. I really don't. And particularly if you've had the advantage of withdrawing out of it, either for home ownership, paying off your mortgage, certainly if you're debt-free from paying off your mortgage, if you're within $100,000, then 3% more for an additional 5-10 years or whatever you have left shouldn't be a problem then, because your mortgage would have fell away. And certainly those, if we had a cash thing in it, the $10,000 or $15,000 I just suggested, well, let's hope you took those and paid some bill. And if you didn't, that's still your money. I'm so tired of when they make things very restrictive and talk about, a lot of these side things. At the end of the day, it is that person's money. Yes, do we as a country have to look long term and look at those kind of things? Well, I think there's an argument on the other end of that as well. We're struggling to make it now. So how does people think about beyond there? In an ideal world, it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I just don't think the private sector pensions have been very good anyway. Sort of like what I think about the medical, but I don't think the private sector pensions. I am one of those that think we should have had a kind of government administrative thing, and we kind of pay in and everybody in one go. Because I did the figures some time back. I did some figures about what we're looking at on an average with 35,000, 40,000 people contributing. It's in the tens of millions of dollars per month, per year. I can't remember which one it was now. But it's a lot of money. And so somebody is making a lot of money. So that's all I got to say right now. Catherine, thank you for allowing me to say it, and I hope you don't get in too much trouble for delaying the news.
That's okay. I love you, Norma. I'll say that so she doesn't yell at me too hard.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you too, and thanks for calling and giving your thoughts, because I really wanted to hear what somebody had to say about pensions, and I hope to have that conversation pretty soon, very, very soon actually, with with people that are actually pension administrators. I think there's a Cayman Pension Association. I forget what the exact name. So it would be good to get different kind of thoughts and perspectives about it and a deeper understanding to the possibilities and what repercussions could be as well. So we can only talk about it, right, and understand. And I think the more that we can draw from each other's experiences, the more that we can learn. So now I do have to go to the news, so I'm going to break and go to the news, and then we do have a caller, I believe, that came through WhatsApp. If you could please hold on, caller, and I'll get to you right after the news.
From district to district, moving through the waters to Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Your station, your voice. All things Cayman. One radio, many people. This is home.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice. Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom. Today's biggest news.
Civil service pensioners will receive an additional $250 this year, regardless of their duration of service. Premier the Honourable Juliana O'Connor Conley made the announcement Friday in Parliament. She said just over 2,300 retirees should see the Christmas funds in their accounts shortly. In international headlines, the European Union today made Elon Musk's online platform X the first tech company to face an investigation under Europe's tough new regulations, which are designed to clean up social media and protect people from toxic online content. The 27-nation bloc is ratcheting up the pressure on X after asking the company in October for information on its handling of hate speech, misinformation, and violent terrorist content related to the Israel-Hamas war. The case presents the first test for the Digital Services Act, part of a set of pioneering regulations that the EU has drawn up to rein in the power of tech companies. Pope Francis has formally approved allowing priests to bless same-sex couples with a new document explaining a radical change in Vatican policy by insisting that people seeking God's love and mercy should not be subject to an exhaustive moral analysis to receive it. The document from the Vatican's Doctrine Office, released today, elaborates on a letter Francis sent to 2 conservative cardinals that was published in October. In that preliminary response, Francis suggested that blessings could be offered under some circumstances if they did not confuse the ritual with the sacrament of marriage. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings from Radio Cayman's Newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice. Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's Newsroom. Today's biggest news.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I'm Kathy Miller, filling in for Sterling Dwayne Ebanks today. And I believe we got a call on WhatsApp, yeah? All right, good afternoon. Thanks for calling Talk Today and thanks for waiting as we gave the late news headlines.
Good afternoon, Ms. Kathy.
How are you?
Thanks. Good, great. How are you doing? Merry Christmas to you and the staff there.
Thank you, and to you as well. Thank you. I'm good.
Just wanted to tap into what the previous caller was talking about, the financial situation facing especially local people.
Yes.
It should be very simple considering we're one of the top financial jurisdictions in the world. There should be a lot more financial literacy. I don't know why there isn't here yet, but the local people from families, individuals, teens, we still haven't learned how to budget, how to save, how to invest, some basic things.
Yep.
But all around us, we have all the tools, all the instruments, we have funds, we have, trusts, we have all types of different things that the rest of the world is profiting from every day. So I know when I was in high school, economics was a subject that you could take as a good subject. And I think it was removed thereafter from the curriculum, but if it's not there, I think it needs to be there urgently. But there needs to be a national education or awareness on how to manage your money. I'll give you a couple of quick examples. Most everyone knows that one of the best accounts you can have is a credit union account, right?
Yes.
And within that, having an account there's something called a within share loan. You're probably familiar with it?
Although I know it's one of the best accounts to have, I don't have it.
Okay.
Because I keep wanting to enter in October when you can win. When you enter, yes, I keep missing the deadline.
Let me
go
backtrack.
ahead.
One of the best things a family can do for a young child while they're still in school is to open a credit union account.
Okay, yes.
Because the family, instead of buying a Nintendo or new shoes every Christmas and birthday, they can build that account. They can make deposits there. That can be, for, in effect, their education savings bond account, so to speak. Or for whatever in the future, to buy a piece of land or whatever.
Right.
But having an account when they're young teaches, in any bank really, teaches a kid to save. Most kids love to see money, increasing in their account. But it also sets them up for, a better situation in their higher education or, working, buying a car, buying a property, hopefully. But again, I was mentioning the within share loan option within the credit union, which is amazing. I don't work there. I don't get commission from there. But in effect, what it does, it allows you to deposit your entire paycheck, for example, instead of paying all your bills and you have $50 left to put in the account. No, you deposit your entire paycheck into your account, into your personal shares, and then you can get an instant loan from yourself. You can walk out the door and go pay your bills still, but you've just saved your whole paycheck. And it's called a within share loan. You're borrowing from yourself. The interest rates are much lower. Many benefits to doing that. It's instant. There's no paperwork. And that is one of the many things you can do that would help you to build your equity over a short term. Of course, there are other things you can do for the long term. But, fixed deposits are another thing Caymanians know about. But they're usually, as it says, a fixed time, 6 months, a year, whatever. and if you break them, there's a penalty. There's no such penalty with the credit union share accounts, as far as I know. But that is just one example. There are many other things that people can do to help themselves financially. Instead of selling properties, if your son or your husband wants to buy a boat, don't sell a property to buy a boat. Ask the bank to hold it, put a charge on it, or otherwise, even other relatives can use it as collateral possibly. But hold on to your property and try to build your equity, build everything up, and don't be selling everything off. Anyway, just a few thoughts for you and your listeners.
Well, thank you. I think you shared some very useful info. Thank you. Yeah.
Mostly advice I should have followed from myself when I was younger, but no one taught me, so I got to learn as I go, right?
We learn from each other. Absolutely. Yeah. So I appreciate you sharing that. And I do promise, I know credit union people are listening, I will get my account up.
Yeah.
I will. This was the reminder call.
Especially Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Minister Seymour mentioned some other things in the budget debate the other day. And one of the things, which is a national level thing, is he's monitoring closely the cost and the value of the millions that are being spent on social programs, NAU, food and housing and all these things. Mm-hmm. That, again, is something that we have to be very careful of, before we become a welfare state. And if government is going to assist, for instance, 5,000 families, there's a big difference between feeding them from a retail supermarket where you pay, what the prices are there, compared to helping those families from even a wholesaler. Because if in that group, if there are 100 babies, then perhaps we should bring in, a couple of pallets full of Pampers and wipes and things and milk or whatever, instead of everything going to wholesale retail prices, which diminishes the value of their little vouchers that they get every month, Mm-hmm. But anyway, I know that they're looking at it. They're smarter than I am, so I'm sure they'll find some good answers.
Thank you for sharing
Christmas,
your
my
thoughts.
dear.
Thank you, and to you. Merry Christmas to you, and I hope you have a safe holiday season. All right, that was some good thoughts shared with us as well, and we do have one more caller. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
How are you doing today?
Just fine, thank you. Some very good suggestions. That young man there, of course, it doesn't answer the question for a $6 hour person paying $160, $180 a month for health insurance and paying into a pension out of that $6 an hour, and also still paying into the insurance when it runs out for the year, and they still have to pay, and then they still have to co-pay when they go in at 20% or so for each. Think about that, and you realize the tremendous problem that creates, that mandatory health insurance paid to private companies for the private sector, which is 85% of employment with the private sector. The answer, of course, is direct income tax. I've said it for over 25 years. When we started out with that health insurance and the pension thing, I said it is a good idea, but put in the wrong hand. When you put that money, mandatory, I'll repeat the word, mandatory, into the hands of the private sector. That word mandatory is meant for government, as far as I'm concerned. Nothing should be taken out of your salary on a mandatory basis. If you don't do it, there used to be an ad saying, it's the law for the health insurance. People can't afford that. The simple thing is like what every country does who have that a nationalized health insurance plan. You paid as part of your income tax a small increment. I know what I'm saying. Canada has it. All of Europe really has it. Great Britain has it. And you go and you get your health care, what you want to call it, free. It's not free, you're paying, but a very, very small increment, and it's taken care of, and you're not going to be paying any 20%. You go in and it doesn't run out and so forth.
But, caller, if I can just say...
untenable, realistic thing to carry on with this. It makes people paupers and poor, and we see what it has created. And that young man was just talking something about that. With the amounts of money in the pension, it's the same thing. It should be paid to government as a tax. It is mandatory. Put it as a tax, like every country has it. Mandatory pensions is paid to the government as a small portion of your income tax. Small percentage according to what you earn. The more you earn, the more you pay. And there are things that you can pay monthly, credits and so forth. Everyone knows that, because we're the only country who doesn't have some form of direct income tax. We have no one to use. Example for the system that we have now.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. I want to go back to a point you made earlier. So you made the point, like with direct income tax, and you referenced Canada, for example.
Not U.S. and Canada, the whole world.
I know, but you mentioned Canada, and as a Canadian, I'm Canadian born. Let me get my thought across, sir. As a Canadian born, yes, there's taxes you have to pay. Yes, the healthcare is free, per se, just like public education, same thing. Yes, we do have enormous problems, Canada has, still with that. Emergency 8-hour waits, just like in the Cayman Islands. So it's the exact same thing, yet the population of Canada is way, way, way more than in Cayman. And yes, when you want to be seen faster and you need proper urgent care, emergency care, yes, often Canadians will pay out of pocket, just like in Cayman, to go to a private doctor, right? So, so in saying that, the direct taxes aren't always the best solution either.
What do they pay? I have very close family there, and if it wasn't for that, it would be enormously expensive for them. I know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You needn't bother to lecture me on Canada.
I'm not lecturing you.
I'm working myself also, and I have them there living and working, now retired, and the benefits that they collect.
I'm making the point that even with direct taxes, there's still enormous problems.
There will be problems everywhere. That young man was saying about the saving and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the health insurance premiums that I'm saying they're paying, no one in Canada is paying that at all in their taxes. No one. You'd have to be earning an enormous amount of money. An enormous amount of money to pay anything like that. As far as the portion for health would be concerned, yes, you have health insurance policies you can take out, but it's voluntary. It's not mandatory. This is the point I'm making.
Okay.
It's not mandatory. And you find a person that cannot afford, so they have to turn to the government. The government is paying out an enormous amount of money on indigents and so forth, because even though they have insurance, it doesn't cover anything anymore, and they cannot afford it, and they still have to pay it, which is just an unjust, unconscionable situation, as I put it. And I will stick by what I say. It's a much better way to do it. Pay to the government, because you're going to have to go to them and utilize their services, and they're going to have to give it to you for free because you can't afford to pay, and still pay that health insurance policy, which is no good to you at that time. That's the point I'm making. So if it's mandatory, it needs to be paid to the government. And it's simple. Everyone pays a very small amount, as they do in the same Canada you're talking about. The United States, you pay, right? they don't have that nationalized health system, but you do have Medicare, and you do have other systems, and they do take care of people, and it's free for people who just simply don't have it and cannot pay, and they're put on a certain. I can tell you, I won't go into it because it would take up so much of your time, which I don't have on my time too, which I don't have here, and all. I don't know what I'm saying. For us to continue with this, with the pensions, it's the same thing. It should be paid to the government as a tax. It can be worked out. It can be done. It can be done, but there isn't the will to do it and the courage to do it. And that's why we find ourselves in this dilemma with the pensions. Yes, it's a great idea to bring that money home so people can get out of debt for big degree, and they'll be able to afford that little extra 3% if they're out of a mortgage payment or have cut it down to very, very little. It balances out the equation. But I still say we need to implement direct income tax, and the sooner the better. And let those boys that are earning the millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year pay their fair share. Consumption-based taxation only means more is better. Enough is never good enough. More is better. And that cannot work. There's only so much sand you can put into a shoebox. Only so much sand.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You have a wonderful Christmas.
You too.
All.
And be safe this holiday season as well out there. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Man and all the wonderful staff here.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We really do. Thank you for your thoughts and your comments. They were great. I believe we have to go to a quick commercial break. I know we have a caller waiting, but caller, just hold on. I'll get to you right after this commercial break.
Are you planning a social, an office party, or event over the holiday season? Make the most of your holiday party and leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway Box to Go with the option of a 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. Cater your holiday parties with Subway. Visit subway.ky for menu options. Subway, eat fresh.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Freedom, Cayman Rack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
'Tis the season to celebrate those driving significant changes in the Caribbean. Those in the arenas of hospitality, education, finance, manufacturing, retail, healthcare, and logistics, who help to make our people's dreams come true. CNW Business thanks you all for your contribution to our region's development. We are proud to serve you, a community of talented and resilient people dedicated to making a real impact, because truly we are all the Caribbean. Happy holidays from CNW Business.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
The Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce Pension Plan, we're here for you. The pension landscape continues to change over time. However, one question remains consistently important. Will I be financially prepared for retirement? consider making additional voluntary contributions. No minimum, no maximum. You are in control. AVCs provide a diversified investment option accessible at or before retirement. To get started with AVCs, email admin@pensions.ky or call 745-7630. If you would like further information, visit chamberpension.ky. And for information as it happens, follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram.
Deck the halls with beautiful furniture and decor without breaking the bank. Enter the Beacon Furniture Holiday Raffle and win big. That's right, shop at Beacon Furniture and you can be our next winner. With each purchase, customers have a chance to win $500 in Beacon cash. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to spruce up your home for the holidays. Join us on December 30th for the drawing at each location. 2 lucky winners will be chosen, one at our Savannah store and another at our Red Bay location. Each winner will walk away with $500 in Beacon credit. Don't wait, start shopping today. To learn more about the Beacon Furniture Holiday Raffle, visit our website, beaconfurniture.ky, or come by our stores. 2 locations, 32 Hurst Road, Savannah. Call 945-2348 or 386 Shamrock Road in Prospect. Call 943-2500. Good luck and happy shopping.
Reflections annual countdown to Christmas sale is on now. Complete your Christmas shopping super early this year by getting Reflections gift certificates for everyone on your list. Save 60% on all Adidas apparel. Find store-wide savings up to 60% off on tees, caps, shoes, and clothing. Selected Nike, Puma, and US Polo is 50% off. US Polo handbags. Buy one, get one at 50% off. Save on ladies' fashion jeans. 1 pair of jeans for $25 or 2 for $45. Includes select Levi's 100% cotton tees by Johnny Cotton, 2 for $34.99. Spend $25 and be entered to win up to $500 in gift certificates. Open Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 9 to 9. Located on Shedden Road beside Mango Tree.
See yourself in reflections.
Listening to the general public.
The Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Because
There are more questions than answers.
Radio Cayman. Waiting to take your calls right now.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What the public is saying.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Radio Cayman's Talk Today program. I believe we have one caller left before we end this show, so let us take that caller. Thank you for hanging out during that commercial break, caller, and good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
My pleasure, Miss Kathy.
How are you doing?
I'll make it quick. Hopefully you can get another caller in. Just 3 quick points.
You're the last one.
Okay. In response to the previous caller, I appreciate his long-term position on taxes, but I would have to say income tax is not something we should be looking at for regular people. But quickly, I'll move on to the other main point I have, which is a real concern, which is the pension withdrawal that is being talked about.
Right.
I think this would be the 3rd tranche that people will be allowed to withdraw from their personal pension funds. So if that is done, you can imagine how much or how little will be left for them in their golden years, or it might be rusty years if it doesn't work out.
I might be incorrect. I might be incorrect, but a couple weeks ago when I was reading the Amendment Act, I believe, according to my bad memory, that if you've done this, you can't do it again. If you've dipped, you can't dip again. Okay. I could be wrong, so nobody hold me on that.
Right. And again, the issue of the civil servants not being able to do it, that's another issue.
I know.
But my concern is for those who want to do it, whether it's the first time or not, it should not be done the way it was done in the past, because I'm sure those people many of them can't tell you what happened to that money, besides flat screen TVs and a few cars or whatever.
Really? I know a handful of Caymanians, young Caymanians that bought homes. I'm very proud of. Yeah, they did well.
Excellent. No,
yeah, in the sense that they moved, right?
Yeah. But here's my thing. Even if they do, hopefully they're successful. But my idea is, if you're allowed to say withdraw $50,000, $80,000 from your pension, it should not go into your hand, your personal account, for you to try to manage and get a house or land or whatever, unsecured. It should, but not unsecured. My idea is it must be deposited in a bank account, a fixed account, even for ideally the AIDB, government bank, or a credit union account that is fixed. So that is a fix. Whatever you withdraw is locked into that account. And then whatever transactions you have to make, if you want to buy property or whatever else after that, you use that as the collateral. And if it is also a government situation where government has to help you, occasionally to bail out people losing their homes, government should also put a charge on those properties. Because if they're using public funds and, in case the person might have some hardship again in the future for whatever reason, they might still end up losing the property. But if government has a lien on the property, a charge on the property, okay, if John Brown manages to lose it, unfortunately, that's too bad. But instead of a speculator, investor snapping it up for a quarter of the value, if government still has a lien or ownership of it, then government can sell it, pass it on to another deserving person who's having a hard time getting a loan. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I think it's very simple, but I wouldn't just say, okay, here's a check, good luck with your future, and then let people go on their merry way with their pension funds. I think people need to be helped to manage it, put it in a lock, so to speak, and put it under some controls. And yes, you can use it, but you can't just withdraw the cash and run outside and whatever. Use it as collateral. It'll be building interest if it's a fixed account, fixed deposit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there and you still have your property. If you miss a month or two in your loan, if you're out of work or you're sick, they can still tap into that, hopefully, to help repay your loan, your mortgage. And then if you're really in a bad situation, if you lose everything, as I said, if the government has a lien on it, then somebody else can hopefully benefit besides some inward investor, as they call it.
Right.
So I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that if you have any thoughts about it.
I just want to say you can get up to 100K if you're paying off an existing mortgage. So I think you said 50, but
well, that's a lot. Yeah,
that's one of the provisions.
That's a good amount.
100K.
That's 125,000 US. Yeah, that's a good amount to have secured for your family's future.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of withdrawing it and buy some, whatever. Yeah. But anyway, just a few thoughts.
Oh, thank you for your thoughts. Thanks for your calls today. All right, and we're going to bring the show to the end. So thank you for being our last caller and for engaging with us on Talk Today this afternoon. And for all our listeners out there, thank you so much for calling in, for participating, for engaging, for doing that contest giveaway and finding out what that Digicel promotion was so you could win yourself a phone today. Again, we have more phones to give away during the week. We have other great prizes to give away. So you got to be listening to Talk Today. You never know when the question's going to be asked and when you're going to be asked to call in to win a prize. And you got racing for the rest of the week. All right. Thanks for hanging out. And you'll have me back on Talk Today next year at some point.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And now, Barbados. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066